for the serious gamer.
Hey, what's going on? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and this is my video blog, my vlog. And this is the day before my open heart surgery. If you didn't see my very first one, my very first video blog as well, I'll put a link on this one so you can see it. And basically I just sort of talk about what I'm about to undergo. And for those of you that are new, I'm about to undergo open heart surgery. Yes, and all of you guys can figure it out. I'm 35 years old. Oh, you're so old. Why are you a gamer? Well, why not? It's perfect. I know your normal thoughts and everything of a gamer are young and everything like that, but as I said before, I've been gaming for 28 years. I'm a gamer. I'm a hardcore gamer. As hardcore gamer as you can get. I love everything about it. And if you can do it for a living, why wouldn't you? I mean, why would you? Why feed into the machinery of everything else? Because that's what we're always told needs to be done, but I got very lucky and this is where I landed, and I wake up every morning and I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful for you guys. On that note, I just have to say, wow, like the amount of support you guys gave in my first episode or whatever was overwhelmingly positive. It was great. I mean, I think even my regular haters, other than I think a handful, I think it was like, it's at 8 this morning, most of you guys liked the video, which tells me that there's a reduction in the amount of trolls or haters and everything like that, and I appreciate it. You know, it shows that you're a compassionate human being as well, because you don't have to like me. I mean, that's not the point of why I'm putting these videos out by any means. I mean, just because I'm going for open heart surgery doesn't all of a sudden make you like, you know what, he's a good guy, he's getting open heart surgery. No, if you don't like me or not. But liking the video and everything and giving support, I mean, that's pretty cool. You know what, you can go back to hating my guts and trolling me maybe after the heart surgery. You can have a good time. I mean, it doesn't really bother me any. As I said before, I'm putting these videos out for my fans, and you guys are honestly the greatest, and I truly do mean that. I know a lot of people say that when on their videos, they're like, "Ah, my fans are the greatest fans ever," but you truly are. I mean, you guys. I mean, I look at the support that you guys give us as you know, as our fans, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, exactly why you guys are absolutely the greatest, hands down. Like, not even a question. Why I know you are the greatest fans. And overwhelmingly positive and super supportive of Spider-Bite and myself, and I do appreciate it. About a month or two ago, when Spider-Bite and I we got partnered with the game station. We're no longer with Machinima, for those of you guys. I know a lot of you guys have questions. We're not partnered with them anymore. We're with the game station. I know I already said that. It's like I'm already losing my mind. Oh, yes, I like that. I like crackers. About a month ago, we went sort of hardcore. We're like, you know what, we're gonna really get this thing going here. And I'll tell you right now, when I go on YouTube, you know how on YouTube you see most popular, most viewed, daily viewed, and everything like that? When we're not up there, because we can't compete with channels like Machinima right now, because they have a huge base, so their videos tend to get those top spots. But if you look at, we go on a weekly basis. I don't know if it's in the US, because whenever I go on YouTube, it's always the Canadian version. But if I go on either daily, weekly, or even monthly now, and I look at top-rated videos, our videos on the first page, we dominate the first 2 pages. The first 2 pages, our videos are in there. If there's 20 videos, we have maybe, I don't know, 15 of those spots. I don't know if that's exactly, and it changes daily, but around 15 out of 20 spots, our videos are on the first 2 pages. We've taken them, and we're actually almost always in the top 3, top rated, which means that you guys are giving us tremendous amount of support. You're liking our videos a lot. You're giving us a ton of support. You're saying, good job, thanks a lot. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we're not getting the views because we're still trying to compete with really big channels and stuff like that, but we're working on it, and we'll keep on improving it. But you guys are giving us an amazing support, and that's why I say you guys are amazing. So anyway, back to the vlog. I just wanted to put that in there because I was just overwhelmed by the amount of support, and you guys are doing exactly what you've always been doing and just supporting us, and I think that's friggin' kick-ass. That is kick-ass. You guys are the absolute best ones. I know I'm rambling. Anyway, so last night was horrible sleep. Horrible. I'm super tired right now. I think it's about, I do have a watch. 8:30. So I had to wake up early though. I had to get the kids out, help the wife get the kids out because they all got to go to daycare and school and stuff like that. So I did have to wake up early, and I normally don't. I know everyone else wakes up early, but when you work at home and this is your job, yes, it is my job, best job in the world, thanks to you guys, then, you know, you don't have to wake up early, so it's a struggle for an old goat like me. I stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning every single night. I cannot fall asleep earlier than that. But last night, I have to admit, was the first time I had, I guess, scary thought or kind of a moment like this. Ooh! And for the very first time, I think because it's getting really close to the surgery, I had the what if. And I thought, what if the anesthesiologist puts me out and I don't wake up? Because either one, something goes horribly wrong and I die. It's you know, the probability is low, I get it. I do get it, and I do have faith, don't get me wrong. But those thoughts, and I'm sharing this with you because you may not have ever experienced it, so I'm trying to be as honest with you guys as possible. I was scared a little bit last night. I was like, what if I don't wake up? What if this is it? This is the end of my life? And then all of a sudden you start thinking, holy crap, is my wife going to be taken care of? What about the kids? Are they going to be okay? And then I was like, whoa, I had to friggin' slap myself out of that. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm in a coma, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I had to quickly snap myself out because I'm not that type of person where I start getting all negative. And I generally do have good control over my thoughts. But I've never been in this situation before, so it's kind of new to me, and I think it kind of hit me, and I wasn't ready to deal with it. Hey, I could die. You know what I mean? So that was the first time for me. But I was able to control it, and I got it back under control. I'm like, you know what? This guy does this surgery several times a month. Every month. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the country. And world renowned. I'm like, and he's never, ever had complications. He's never had complications. At least that's what he told me. And that's what I read about him. I think he's actually, you could find him on the internet as well. If I find something on him, I'll put the link in the description of the doctor that's doing this. So I was like, I was like, whoa, dude, get a grip. Get a grip, you're getting all overwhelmed. It's like you're becoming your wife. No offense, babe, if you're watching this, but you do freak out. So I was like, all right, I got it under control. But horrible, couldn't sleep at all, tossing and turning, mind constantly racing, but it wasn't about the surgery. That was only like one moment. I did have that moment, and that was actually early, I don't know, like 10:30, 11, when I was reading the information. I was reading the information, preparing myself. Okay, what do I got to do before I go in? Because there's a whole bunch of crap that you got to do, like a sponge shower. Yeah, we won't be filming that. So, anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do, but then I started getting overwhelmed. I'm like, holy crap. I got 1 day left. What videos am I going to put out? I mean, I knew I was going to do this one, because I said I was going to do it, and I want to do it. But what else am I going to put out? I mean, I don't want to leave Spider Bite high and dry. So, I just want to say this. Bear with him. Our fans and subscribers and everything like that, just bear with him while he's doing it. He's going to be concentrating on Halo Reach. Be a little bit, don't be so harsh on the fact that there's no Call of Duty. If you want Call of Duty on there, which I don't know why you would, but if you do, and I still don't mind it. Leave some comments on the channel, whatever. Put some messages, and I'll see what I can do when I get back from surgery. But that's what my mind was. I'm like, crap, and I got the Halo Reach tonight. My wife is not happy about that, but she's supportive. I got surgery. I got to wake up at 5 in the morning, leave at 5:30, get there at 6, and then I go under the knife at 8. And I'm doing the Halo Reach midnight release tonight. So that means I got to be there till midnight, and I'm going to have like 5 hours rest before heart surgery. And she's like, you need to rest before you have open heart surgery. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to rest because I'm not going to be able to sleep. I said, first of all, I'm up all night. Most of the nights, my body is trained to stay up till 1 or 2. I can't fall asleep. I cannot force it. Even last night. Last night was, the night before surgery, 2 nights before, and my mind's racing. You think maybe I'm gonna be able to sleep like a little baby tonight? No, my mind's gonna be racing like crazy. So I thought it would be kind of good, and I said, listen this way. I'm gonna be with some fans. I'm gonna be at the release. My mind's gonna be off of it. I'm gonna be able to relax. It's actually gonna be relaxing for me. It's gonna be something I can enjoy. And then she was cool with it. So I am going. And like I said, I mean, it'll take my mind off it. It'll be really good. So I'm looking forward to that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a link. Most of you guys have seen it. I'll put a link or whatever in it. It's a Halo midnight release thing. We're doing some giveaways, and we got our copies reserved, so we're going there. Kind of a little celebratory thing. First time we've done it. Anyway, so that's it. Tomorrow morning, I'm going under the knife. I'm doing a lot of preparation work right now, getting my bags packed. Let's see. Oh, you guys had a couple of questions. I'll answer this as quickly as possible. Some of you were like, well, how did you get a hole in your heart, blah, blah, blah. First of all, it's a hole. It's not on the outside, so blood's not leaking out everywhere. It's a hole within the heart between the 2 chambers where the bad blood and the good blood are separated. By bad blood, I mean the blood that's coming from all your muscles and the rest of your body where it's depleted the oxygen, and it needs to go to the lungs first, get more oxygen, and then back into the good side where it's pumped to your brain and your body. And what happens is I have a hole there. So when my blood pressure raises, or when I'm working really hard or working out or anything like that, yes, once in a while I do, but not lately because of this. I'm not really allowed to either. Can't run, I can't do anything. So what happens is the blood pressure raises, suddenly the pressure is great enough that this bad blood starts pouring over into the good blood side. Now it's not that essentially it's depleting me of oxygen. I mean it is, but it's such a minute amount. It doesn't really all of a sudden like I'm running out of oxygen. You know what I mean? What the problem is that as the bad blood comes from the body, it always picks up tiny particles, this and that. Your blood's carrying all this crap. And sometimes there are even tiny blood clots. And in a normal body, these blood clots, which is completely normal, normally would go through the bad side of the heart to the lungs, and the lungs act like a filter. And happens is it sort of absorbs and filters and catches all these little minute blood clots and particles or whatever. Now, granted, I'm not a doctor. This is just what's explained to me. But what happens is, instead of those particles going to the lungs, getting filtered, and then my blood being cleaned again and coming back with oxygen, it can bypass that. And then that tiny little blood clot, which is, normally absorbed, can go through that hole into the good side and pump directly to my brain. And for those of you who don't know, when blood clots get shunted, and it's called a shunt, by the way. That's what they call it, shunt. I can't remember. Atrial septal, I don't know, atrial septal or something like that. That's the terminology for this. It's a repair that I have to have. It can get caught in the brain, and then if it blocks blood to a certain part of the brain, because it kind of clogs up one of the vessels or whatever, and depletes oxygen to a certain part of your brain, that's when you have a stroke. And it could be anywhere. And what happened was, and I'll tell you how I actually found this, because a lot of people have this and they don't ever know and never will know. They'll live their entire life and they'll be fine. But in my case, the hole must be located in such a way that it's in a problematic area. And my previous job to this, I was a casualty claims adjuster and for insurance, which don't get me started on them. I don't care. I mean, if you're watching this, any of you guys in my insurance or whatever, I feel for you. It's a crap-ass job, very high stress. But I was a casualty claims specialist, and I dealt with big files, pediatric injuries, which is injuries to children, and brain injuries for people in really bad car accidents. And I would sit and deal with lawyers and settle files for thousands and thousands of dollars, and sometimes over $1 million. And it was high stress. My blood pressure was through the roof. And because I was sitting there, one day I was just sitting at work, and all of a sudden, boom, I lost my vision. My blood pressure I was feeling very stressed, and then all of a sudden, I just lost my vision. And I got very, very confused. And I ended up what's called a transient transient ischemic attack, or transischemic. It's basically a minor stroke. It's a temporary stroke where one of these blood clots made it through that hole, got sent to my brain, and it went into my what's called the occipital lobe, which is in the back, and that controls your vision. And it blocked it was temporarily, that's why it's called a minor stroke. So it temporarily blocked this, where it started depleting oxygen to my occipital lobe, and I lost vision. I was like, ooh. Very, very scary at the time. Scarier probably than the surgery. At least the surgery is fixing it. So it blocked it, I lost my vision, and then it lasted for a few hours, and then what happens is it just, I guess through the natural blood pressure, and it just dislodged itself, and then it was done. And it was fine. My blood pressure lowered, so the hole wasn't being accessed, naturally filtered by the lungs. But then they did all the testing, they're like, whoa, we gotta find out what's wrong, and then they found the hole. And they're like, lots of people have it, however, you had a minor stroke, the hole is problematic, you got lucky. And I did, I got lucky. A transischemic attack or whatever, a minor stroke, is a warning. It's a warning saying, you get out of jail free, the next time you may not be so lucky, you may be paralyzed, you may die. So you gotta get it done. You just gotta get it done. So that's why I'm not scared. I figure, you know what, I got lucky. It was like a warning bell. It was like, hey, you know what, this is the problem. And I had to stop doing that job. I had to stop doing the job, so I don't do it anymore. And I got very lucky with this. This is what I do now. I know some of you guys, well, how do you get started? I'm gonna talk about this probably because I have a lot of time, but I'm gonna talk about how I got started and my life now as it is as a video game director. And I'll do that in the hospital because I got lots of time, and I'll talk to you guys. But again, you won't be seeing any of the vlogs until I'm out of the hospital, until probably the weekend when I can sort of compile it. But hopefully I can get some crazy patient footage too. Although it might be a violation, but still, whatever. See what we can do on entertaining you guys. So that's it. That's it for now. Oh, and you won't be able to see me coming out of recovery. They don't allow anyone to see me until I'm sort of stabilized, and then I move to my room. So that kind of sucks. I won't be able to come out and go, I'm going through higher and I just had heart surgery. Because I thought that would have been cool. But it's a no-go. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to film some more. Maybe get a little bit. Maybe film it at the release. I'll do my own little vlog part while I'm at the midnight release. Not part of the release, but my own kind of vlog, and I'll fit that in with something else. So thanks again for your support. I know this is long, I'm rambling on. I'm just trying to give you guys some information, tell you how I feel. And I'm going to film it from the morning when I get up, film it on the way there. I probably have to turn it off in the hospital, but I'll film as much as I can. Thanks guys for being subscribers. We are constantly working, we're trying to get better, we're trying to bring you guys some good video footage, entertaining footage. Strategic footage is usually what we do, but I like doing entertaining stuff to make you smile, make you laugh a little bit. Sometimes you hate me, that's alright. It's all good. Anyway, I'm Guns for Hire. Thanks for watching guys, peace.